Hey everybody, welcome back. Um, Still not sure about this background, but for right now, that's what we're working with. Today, doing a little bit of a different video. We're looking at some Temu Cyberpunk swords, katana, lightsabers. So, toys for the kids, something to have around the house, or just our inner nerd. First one we're looking at is going to be a couple of the Cyberpunk swords. They come with this little holder thing on the back you can slide them through. Honestly, it's the cheapest leather on the planet, as to be expected. Has a little cross chest strap. Other straps, you can do that. Works good for going around the back. The kit does come with two. These swords, they have multiple different colors. I went with the orange because I rather like the orange. The blades light up, and honestly, they're actually pretty good quality. They're kind of thick. They are USB-C charging, which is right here on the back. It's the USB-C port, and the on-off switch is right here for turning that on and off. There's a little bit of a carbon fiber detail right here, something very close to some form of like plastic. I almost want to say Delrin. It's probably not Delrin. And then it's just this orange acrylic going down the sides. Honestly, they're pretty cool. Everything on them is a tri-wing screw if you need to take them apart, just in case you order them. They're pretty decent quality. Honestly, a lot of people liked them this last Halloween, so I would definitely say that they are worth it and kind of cool if you're into that type of thing. Next up was the katana. This comes with a belt, has a little sheath piece you can stick on the side. It itself too is USB charging. That is also the power button. It's captive on the back end. The wrap on it's pretty nice. I mean, there's a little bit of rattle on the inside, and you can see that flex, but hey, it's plastic that. The thing I was shocked about with this, other than the length of it, I was actually a little surprised about how long it is because that compared to the previous ones, as you can see, is quite the difference. And I think these are 31 or 32 inches. I'll measure those here in a second. But the power on the back of this is kind of a captive button. It's a little touchy to turn on. It is a white light. So you can see it's a little bit dim. It's a lot better in person, that, but it is just that another LED strip down the front that goes into the plastic handle. Battery and everything's back here. Power button. It's literally just a captive button. Tap it, turns on. Tap it again, turns off. The USB-C charging. The thing I found the most interesting is this piece right here of what the acrylic is attached to and what the lights are in. And this one actually comes down to a little bit more of a blade profile, where the other one's just a still that blunt piece of plastic. This is wood. This is actually a piece of wood that is in the back that they have everything mounted to and painted. So I thought that was kind of an interesting thought. I have thought about building something like this for a long time, using some 550 LEDs. They're multicolored and that have the options going down them. And I never actually thought about using a wood spine, but it is actually really straight. And when it is pushed all the way in, it's in there decently. If you shake it enough, it will come out. So that way, if it is like attached, you'll be able to pull it out without this coming up. The belt piece that came with it, again, super cheap, but what do you expect? It's Temu. As far as this goes for the price and that, it's definitely kind of worth it, especially if you have, you know, small children that are into that kind of thing, or you really just kind of want it as a prop piece in the background. Works good for that. Last thing we have are, well, there's one more after these, but these two lightsabers came in a pack together. You can choose the handle colors, and they're USB-C charging. One of them showed up without the speaker working, and the speaker is actually mounted in the bottom. There's a piece you can screw into the bottom of these to mount them both together. But it's just an Allen key on these sides. I had to pull these two Allen keys out, take out the set screw that's here for the light that's down on the inside, and then slide this whole thing out the bottom, which was a huge pain. Oh no, actually, you know what? I slid it out the top. Sorry about that, but it was a huge pain to do to get it apart to fix the wire connection for the speaker on the bottom. These two, if you push and hold the button, it'll come on, and that noise has nothing to do with movement. It is just a random thing. It goes through and has its cycle. You tap the button, it'll go through the different colors. It's probably against my back. It's a little hard to see. They do glow pretty well if you tap them. They do make. The audio on these is definitely off. If you double tap it, it kind of goes into a flashing mode. You can kind of see down here by the handle. And if you tap it 3 times, it goes quiet, so it is silent. Again, this one, same sound as the other one. And again, the like lightsaber air noise is just random. And this is the one that actually the speaker wasn't working and that I had to take apart. Not too bad of a fix, but you have to do that. Like I said, these came in a pair together. So those were kind of cool and neat. This one came by itself and was almost the exact same price as the other two put together. The thing to note is while it does have the same screw piece in the bottom, the threads are different than the other one. So this one you can't directly attach to any of the other two. It is a different design on the handle. I'm actually kind of glad that this one was different than the other ones and more than just the handle. The tube itself and the tip of it, this is a little more translucent than the other ones, and the tip is definitely in this one a lot more solid. It doesn't make a rattle noise. Again, USB-C charger. Push to hold. I don't know how well that noise comes across on this, but this one actually does have more of a lightsaber sound to it. I'm not sure if you can hear that over me talking. Of it is that constant noise, where the other one is just kind of an odd random thing. And it does make the same. This one has a better hit noise. Has that constant like lightsaber hum to it, where the other one, these ones really don't. So I'll just kind of hold that one there. And as you can kind of maybe hear that noise of it is just that rhythm instead of the constant hum that this one has. And this one, as far as the brightness goes, is a lot better. It flashes on the hook. Has all the same color effects as the other one. This one also vibrates a little bit too when you hit the button. So you actually know that it's changing. But just kind of neat of all the colors that come through with just a single, actually a set of 3 LEDs down at the bottom. To do all of these with that button change. A lot, really good mix of colors. There is one set on this that will do a cycle through all of them. This one right here is like a slow cycle. I know it's kind of hard to see with the lights and everything else, but it does do that slow cycle through all of the colors. And so it was kind of cool. I like them. But anyways, that is the Cyberpunk swords, the one LED katana, and a different set of lightsabers. Like I said, this one I would definitely recommend over the other ones just for that hum. And it's the same thing. Like the double tap goes into the train. I know there's a different audio effect on that too. Kind of makes the little lightsabers are blowing into each other noise. And it does the same thing with the 3 button tap, and it mutes the speaker that's inside of it. And it actually remembers the last note it was in, so if it's muted, it stays muted the next time you turn it on. Yeah, but also when it turns off, it has more of that gradual going down on the lightsaber retracting noise. So if you're in the market for kind of some decent lightsabers for your kids, or again, just kind of have hang on the wall. There's companies that make a lot better ones and a lot more expensive and bigger ones. We have a couple of those actually sitting at my work, but just as a cheap, inexpensive option to kind of have hanging around the house, you can get a collection going on the wall. These are pretty cool. Again, those are all USB-C charging. These come in, I think, like I'm gonna say 6 or 8 different colors that you can get. Unfortunately, they don't have any that do the color change, which I kind of wish they did because I think that would make it a little bit better if they could somehow work in the power switch on the back and maybe a button to cycle through the different settings. Those would be really cool. But again, all of those are pretty nice. The actual Cyberpunk sword itself is 31 inches from tip to back. The katana is right around 39 inches, and all of the lightsabers range right about 30 and a half inches from the back of the handle to the end of the blade. But that's our Temu um, fantasy weapon tech haul. Again, check us out, northpoleretro.com. We'll see you in the next one. Question and comments below. Thanks for stopping in, and have a good night.